cold here in Sri Lanka, so yes, I have a hat. It's 1,000 meters of elevation here in the mountains of Ella. Beautiful place, but a bit chilly here in November, December. So we're going to go over to the wall now to begin the series. The idea here with the wall is actually, as it says there afterwards, laying on the mat. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually be seated using the wall as a prop. Now, what I like to do is take a brick or a cushion, put it behind the back. In case you have any border on the floor, it also keeps good alignment and it keeps your back from getting cold. So about halfway there in the middle, and then we'll begin now Pawan Muktasana series, which is rejuvenation and restorative. I'm going to try a little bit different with the light, because I've had comments saying there's a lot of shadow from people. So we'll quickly see if we can sort this out. Get the light closer to the floor area. And just do an on-the-spot correction here. It is morning time, but the idea is not to make a shadow sequence. And we'll see if that works a little bit better. Looks like it might be positive. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Perhaps. Yeah. This way you can see a little bit better what's happening, hopefully, and follow along nicely. So again, brick in the middle of the back. I put it in vertical, and we'll start now just with our toe curls, as it were. So just very simple. Hands are in base, what's called base position. So face straight, shoulders are back, and just working with the breath, all the breathing today through the nose, inhale and exhale. Pushing forward with the toes, exhale. Bring them back, inhale. So not a lot of movement. We're really working head to toe, waking up the body here, and just going bit by bit. Maybe attending to parts we sometimes forget about. And now we'll do one that I like. It strengthens the side of the kneecap, which is an area as well that doesn't get so much tension. Just place your hands, lace them under the thigh, and make a giant circle, as large a circle as you can with your foot, going up and around. And again, adding the breath, so up, inhale, down, exhale. And now the other side. You need to go in the other direction, so counterclockwise. Okay, and now exhale, release. We're going to the other side. The reset here while laying on the mat is window wipers. So side to side with the feet. Moving the feet like that. Let's quickly see if I get more light down here. Just to say, morning is always for experimentation, right? Okay, so right there. Okay, now again, brick behind the back, and we'll do the same thing now. Just capturing the leg there behind the thigh with the fingers laced together and making a nice circle clockwise with the toes. And just then adding the breath, so synchronizing. Inhale up, down, exhale. And keep going. And when you're at the top of your next circle, pause, and let's go back to the way it says. Exhale, let the foot drop down, making the circle again, synchronize with the breath. Nice and steady movement. Now window wiper right here, so side to side. And apologies for my tribulations on light. Really, I think tomorrow we'll have to seriously take a look at getting another lighting system in here. Try one more technique, as it were. And let's see. This is a bedroom. Always got an ample supply of possible solutions. Emergency mobile phone with this type of thing. There you go. And now, so we are maybe a little bit more light on the subject as well. And now we'll go for something for the hips here, which is really, really nice. It's a half butterfly, and it's a dynamic move. It's a very, should I say, subtle, but a nice way to get the hips open, particularly if you have trouble seated in meditation positions. So pushing down with the hand, your foot's there just above the knee. Pushing down with the hand, on the exhale breath. Hold there for a moment, and quickly release. And that little bounce is the tension releasing from the hips. Really, really nice practice. So exhale, release. Just do this 10 times at your own pace. This one will count. Just remember, release quickly so you get the bounce. Maybe now when you're okay, almost to the 10th one, you see the knee getting a little bit close to the floor. Just about patience. Okay, now the other side. So window wipers again, before switching to the other side. And now the left foot, just above the knee. Take that left knee with a hand, just get gently guiding it towards the floor with the exhale breath, and release. 10 times. And you can even do a little retention of breath, just hold breath there at the end, giving a little bit more encouragement, but without being too insistent. Maintaining a smile. When you're exhaling, really compress the abdomen. Get the air all out. And the full release of the hip. Okay, now bring the feet together, side to side. And up to one that's for the digestive system, as well as for the little bit of the abdominals or strength, so I say. So, Tour de France. Pedaling with one leg. So bring the foot up, the head down, inhale, then exhale, pushing out. So, like you're on a bicycle. I've done this one laying down on the mat. Slightly different seated with a wall behind you. Get more support, and perhaps you can get the knee and the nose a little bit closer. So a few more times here. Just gentle movement. Exhale, release. Window wipers, side to side, very easy. It's a sun salutation wall. And now the other side. Bring the knee up to the nose to the knee, nose to the knee. Inhale. And pushing out, exhale. Again, leaning forward just enough, nose towards the knee. Inhale, breath. Exhale out. We're still working on the leg area, so we'll do now something to the knees. This one's really very invisible to the camera, probably. Doesn't matter how much light I put here. But it's knee flexions, and it works really well with the breath. When you inhale, you just flex that muscle around the kneecap. It strengthens it, and then exhale, release. Feels really nice. It's very good for conditioning an area that we probably don't pay much attention to today. Put your hands there, nice and steady, holding yourselves, and inhale 10 times. Inhale, flex the kneecaps, exhale, release. So just go at your own pace, working with that breath. If you finish performing, just stay there seated, resting, do window wipers, or just close your eyes and relax. And you notice the longer the breath, the more you get the knee flexed, and the nicer it is. So, okay, that was 10 times. Now, we'll still focus on the lower area of the body here. We're going to do a variation of the butterfly that we just did before, but with both feet and both legs. So bring your feet together, soles touching. And we'll do the bouncing butterfly once again for the hips. And this time, using both hands and pushing down with the exhale breath. And release. Nice one as well, 10 times, just at your own count. Okay, and release. Feet down in front. Exhale breath, side to side. Window wipers. And now, got the brick there against the wall. We'll release the brick, but we'll stay seated here. So we're still with the laying format. This is for a friend of mine who has particularly under the knees. And so these things happen. You have to adjust and just accommodate the yoga postures, work with you, and go for it as you can. See, I have a hole in my sock. This is real world yoga. I have the expression in some of my videos. Real world yoga with real holes in the socks. So now, coming forward, just deep inhale breath. Lace, capture the elbows in the hands, and just exhale, falling forward. Just a little bit. Opening legs just enough. Don't compromise the spine. Keep the alignment. Doesn't matter if your head's touching your knees or your chest is touching the quads. And come up. Inhale. Now what you can do is if you have here 2 yoga bricks, you just want a little bit of support, you want to stay there a bit longer, you can either put them above or below the knee, get the chest on top, and just stay with this position here. So inhale, I like to be creative. Exhale. And the nice thing is the more contact you have, the better the sensation, the longer you can stay in the position. So just using the bricks there above the knees as a guide, touching the chest, can work quite nicely here. This way you're not tempted to move back or forth or change position. Just stay here with a calm breath. And come up, inhale. Crossing the arms. exhale. Releasing the bricks. And now we will do one last thing here we'll put the brick back behind our back for support on the wall. And we'll do one last thing here for the hips today, sort of a special hips attention. This one I really like. It's very subtle again, but you just have to pay attention. You get a really good release here in an area that, again, just doesn't get much attention. And these things are great for morning, what I call yoga daily maintenance, waking up and starting the day. So you want to put your foot, one foot, just above your knee, right foot above the left kneecap. And on the top of your right knee, make a pointer with your finger. Why do you put your forefinger out? Well, to guide you making a circle. Now you're not moving the finger, but you're moving the whole upper leg in a circle, up and around. And this motion is really, really beneficial for the hip area. So now synchronizing with the breath, first make the circle clockwise, using the fingers as a guide. Make sure you're getting the whole movement there. You see your other foot is moving, sliding a little bit across the top of the quad. That's normal, so you can get the motion. But the important thing is here, we're getting the hip to make a very good circle. And now adding the breath, coming up, inhale, and exhale down. Close your eyes, and what you'll notice is on that exhale, as you're releasing the knee downwards, you might find a little bit more suppleness or flexibility as you go along. So try doing this at least 10 times here, nice and slow at your own pace. Now when you get to the 10th one, you just pause at the top of the circle and go back the other way. So counterclockwise. Maybe keep your eyes open, fix on whether you got your circle going there the correct way, and then add the breath coming up and around. Inhale, down, releasing that knee towards the floor. Exhale, opening the hip. Sometimes a bit tricky, this technique, but once you get the hang of it, I assure you, you'll be trying it every morning. It's really, really good. And notice probably in the last few, definitely the knee is just convinced to go a little further to the floor, getting more opening there on the hip. Now we'll do the same thing, other side of the foot, other hip. So left foot now, just above the right kneecap. Left finger, forefinger, just there perched on the top of the knee to make a nice circle clockwise. Get your circle working for you, and then just add the breath and close your eyes. Feel the motion there and the oxygen going to the hip area. And now, top of your next circle, pause. Yeah, as long as you've gotten to number 10, huh? If you haven't, keep going. And now go back the other way. Counterclockwise, same thing. But with these practices, really there's no rush. You just got to take the time. This is a little bit of me time. Taking care of your body, keeping it young. The idea behind Palamuktasana is anti-rheumatism, anti-aging, anti-arthritis. And how do we do that? We go after these areas of the body that don't get all the attention they should, Let the body know you want to keep them active and working, and that way we stay young. Simple idea. Once heard it described as the body is very efficient. If the body thinks we're not using something, it will start to slowly shut it down. I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to start shutting down any body parts. So one more time around here for the hip, and now release. Feet out and straight. Window wipers here. And now just make sure you're perched there nicely against the brick on the wall. Do something here for the shoulders a little bit. I think we have room, hopefully. So reaching up to the sky, deep inhale, pinching the fingers together, dropping them there on your shoulders, and we'll do shoulder circles here. Coming up and around, and again, synchronizing the breath. So inhale up, exhale down. Nice, slow, steady circles. And again, with these moves, these techniques, these asanas, you want to be sending the oxygen, the air, to the zone or the area that's getting the activation and movement. These are dynamic yoga poses, some of them, and that's why they work so well with the breath. And now pause the thumb, and let's go back the other way. Exhale these, coming up and around. And now the next breath, just release, hands on the knees, and I will take off the hat. Finally achieve some warmth after all of this. Now we'll do two more things. One more for shoulders and something else for the eyes. Yes, that's right, the eyes. There's even eye yoga. There's 8 practices. You can see them on my playlist. So now the next one is take the fingers again out in front of you. Drop them there on your shoulder. Capture that tricep with the left hand. And this again is a really nice one for the shoulder. This time making circles in front of you with the elbow clockwise. So coming up and around. Exhale down, coming up, inhale up. And now the other direction, counterclockwise. So coming up around, inhale, exhale down. Just guiding that shoulder nicely with the breath. Exhale, release. And now switch to the other side. So hand out in front, fingers all together, thumb included. Perch it, drop it there on the shoulder. Capture the tricep with the right hand, left tricep, and clockwise circles with the elbow. Close your eyes, synchronize with the breath. Coming up, inhale, exhale down. One more time around. And at the top of your next circle, just pause there and go back the other way. So exhale, release. Coming up and around, inhale. Again, sending that air, that oxygen to the shoulder area. And exhale, release. Okay. Window wipers one more time. Feet side to side. Look at the camera. I wonder if my feet were in the camera the whole time or not. That's right there in the way. But this is bedroom filming, real world yoga. So now I mentioned something about the eyes. Let's not get distracted. Keep our eye on the yoga. So there are 8 eye techniques, and the idea behind this is the eyes get repetitive staring fatigue. So meaning you always look at the same distance, for example, mobile phone, laptop, and the eyes get tired. So there's ways to move the muscles. Check the various playlists. Again, I have one called Eye Yoga. It's got all the techniques. But we're going to do one here today where you keep your head completely still. One hand is just relaxed on your left knee. Right hand, make a thumb and bring it up as high as you can, just to the edge of your peripheral vision without moving the head or the chin. That's the inhale. Then exhale, releasing and keeping your eye on the thumb. Keep your gaze on the thumb the whole time, down to the knee. So going up, inhale, and release, exhale. This is a nice practice. It can be done any time of the day. And even if you just do a few of them, it's a really good reset for the eyes. Now, if you get serious with this practice and do all 8, you can actually reduce or eliminate the need for reading glasses. So, worth investigating. One more time, all the way up. Hold it there for a moment. Now exhale, release, thumb down. Okay, so we'll switch sides now. So left thumb on top of the left knee. And again, casting the gaze, don't move the head or the chin. Inhale breath, looking up. Exhale down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Exhale, release. Okay, so window wipers here. And guess what? We've made it to the end of the sequence for the morning. So we're going to remove the brick here and just enjoy Shavasana. But not just normal Shavasana, no. We will try Shavasana with a brick. And this one is for the hips. So I'm going to move the mat a little bit away from the wall. So I have enough space here. But the idea is to use the flat spot under the spine and get a little bit more opening on the hips. So again, just making a slight adjustment with the mat. And the important thing is getting into this. You never want to just sit on the brick. You want to use half bridge to raise your hips and then gently place yourself on the brick. So always safety, entry and exit of the different techniques and poses. So we're laying on the mat here. Use the hoodie. Heels are in towards the glutes. Hands at your side. Just lift the hips up there for a nice half bridge. Lace the fingers together. Tucking the shoulders in. Make sure you have a nice arch. Get a little bit of a back bend in here as well before we sit down for the hips. So stay here for a moment. Deep belly breath. Should feel the weight on the back. Being guided towards the back of the head, tops of the shoulders. And of course the backs of the pinky fingers there, supporting you. And now, don't release right away. Take that brick, place it there just in the sacrum, this flat spot of the spine, just at the base there. Soles of the feet are together for butterfly. And now you've just that extra distance of the brick off the floor will make the hips get a little more activation. It's quite nice. So we'll call this the butterfly shavasana. And just lay here for some breaths. Let the benefits of today's practice take effect. And now we'll reactivate, just moving the fingers and the toes a little bit here. Bring the knees together. And again, don't sit up on the brick. Just raise those hips up to the sky. Slide the brick over to one side, to the right perhaps, and roll over to your left-hand side. Both hands as a pillow. Recalibrate. Stay here for a moment. And then using both hands, pushing yourselves up with an inhale breath. Come seated on the mat. Legs are crossed. Hands to our heart. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining in this morning wake up sequence. Hope you enjoyed it and look forward to seeing you here again soon. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Michael Sands Yoga and Adventure and Wake Up Challenge. And hope to see you again soon. I'll put some more things on the calendar shortly. Have a great day. Namaste.